Hi, this is Patricia, and welcome to my blog. And I'm going to talk about a lot of different things: politics, cats, ghost hunting. I love ghost hunting. I love all kinds of things. I don't get out of the house much. I want to get out more. This is one of the reasons why I'm doing this blog, is because I'm trying to find different reasons to get out. I mean, I read a lot about, doing different things, but I'm not the most healthy person on the planet at the moment. But I'm working on it. I'm trying. And so one of the things I want to do is do some ghost hunting. We actually went to the cemetery a couple of days ago and tried to do some EVPs, and we got one little thing my daughter got. There was a funeral coming through, and the guy, and I was still talking, and Amanda was still talking to the spirits, and this voice comes through the spirit box and says, "Show some respect." And I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize I was being disrespectful. But I guess the funeral, the spirit felt like, because we were still talking when the funeral was coming through, that we were being disrespectful. So I know now to be a little bit more respectful when there's a funeral coming through the cemetery and I'm doing spirit box. So we were also at the hospital. I had to go and have some x-rays done. And so we were at the hospital, and we're sitting in this little waiting room, and I've got, my phone out, and I'm trying to find spirits in the hospital. And we got a couple of voices, but we couldn't really understand them, and so we're trying not to get into trouble at the hospital doing ghost EVPs while we're in there. I have a couple of favorites. I'm a big fan of Oh My Gosh TV. I'm a big fan of G-Team. Although, as much as I like the people who are, Patty and Joe, that's their names, and some of the others, Marie, I like them, but I think they spend too much time on spirits they know, and they ask the same questions over and over again, and I'm not really seeing where the questions are always relevant. I mean, I'd be asking stuff like, when did you die? What is it like in the spirit world? Who are you with? Can you tell me? I'd be asking for different things than what they asked for. And but other than that, I mean, I really like those shows. Oh my gosh, sometimes I think it's staged, because, I mean, when you think about Ghost Adventures and all that, Oh My Gosh gets a whole lot more activity than Ghost Adventures ever got. Even with the one that was filmed at the, what was that hotel? Oh my gosh, Goldfield. The one that they filmed at the Goldfield a long time ago that had the brick thrown and all of that. But over, when you start looking at quality versus quantity, Omar gets a whole lot more as far as quantity goes, I think. Unless, of course, he's staging it. And sometimes I wonder. The best one I ever saw, though, is they went to a pet cemetery. And I've wondered about that pet cemetery because I don't think anybody's taking care of that place. Maybe there's some people down in Florida who want to find out more about it and put something into it. I mean, I'd be more than happy to come down and help out with that if there's someone who wants to find out more about who owns that little pet cemetery, and who, if anybody is even taking care of it, because apparently there was a spirit in this mobile home that's on that pet cemetery property. And what happened was the door swung open. And there was one EVP that they got, I think Oh My Gosh got it, that said, I'm trying to protect them. And I think that's what this person in this trailer, the spirit that was in this trailer, was trying to do, was trying to protect the pet cemetery. And because it looks like, to me, I mean, this was just my own supposition, but I think that whoever was taking care of the cemetery just died and left everything. I mean, nobody took it over, because when you go into that trailer, that's what it looks like. It looks like, because it's been abandoned for so long. And so that was really interesting. And so that's some kind of stuff that I'm sort of interested in. And I really enjoy watching those shows, and I really want to do more ghost hunting on my own. My dream is to own an SLS, which is made by I can't remember his name. He's an engineer. He works a lot on Ghost Adventures, but he's taken the Connect, which has the capacity maybe to see spirits in sort of negative, or what do you call that, frame form. But the SLS is like one that this particular engineer developed that is not necessarily Connect related. And it's handheld, and it's really cool, and I would really love to have one there. $1,245. So they're not cheap. So that's not like something you just say, oh, I'll just over now and buy one of those. It's a little bit more expensive. Now you can get the cheapies for about $350 that are made with a Connect. I've seen those. And they do this basically the same thing, only what has happened, my understanding is that Microsoft has actually changed the Kinect. And so people that were selling those with the Kinect that could see the ghosts have to find old parts. Because apparently the new Kinect doesn't see ghosts. So I'm wondering if Microsoft did that on purpose. Something came to them from the spirit world and said, no, we shall not be seen. So you fix this so that we shall not be seen. And so I don't know, maybe that was it. Anyway, what else was I going to tell you about? Oh, cats. My cat Eddie died. I know some people don't like cats, but Eddie was my therapy cat. I mean, he hung out with me for 3 years. I found him when he was a starving little bitty kitten, and I took care of him, and, you know, he got out and got hit by a car, and I took responsibility. I felt completely, you know, devastated by the death of this poor little cat. I mean, because I invested a lot into this little kitty. Some days when I was really, really sick, he was my reason for getting up, you know, in the morning to feed him. And so, you know, oh, and if you're wondering why I'm using this glowy thing, is because I'm having a really bad hair day, and I just don't want, you know, this way at least my hair looks, you can't really see it that well, so that's why I'm using the glow face today. I figured tomorrow I'll have to use a negative if it gets any worse than it is right now. So, anyway, so I'm, you know, I want to get out, I want to do more stuff, I want to, you know, get out and explore the world. I thought about buying an RV. You know, I spent some time on Craigslist looking for RVs, thinking, oh, you know, I could get in the RV and run around, travel, and I can document like all kinds of things across the United States. You know, be one of those bohemian women who wear big earrings and have frothy hair, and they wear like multicolored appropriated garments, you know, from other cultures, and, you know, give tarot card readings on the side of the road or something, you know. But I honestly though, I would love to do that. Not that, but I mean, I'd like to go out and explore and interview people and find out what's going on in the world, you know. I mean, I think that would be exciting, and I'd take a cat with me. Yeah, or maybe I'd get a dog. You know, I've been looking at dogs lately too, so you know, dogs are great. I just haven't had one for a very, very, very long time, so I just have cats for now. And but anyway, that's my goal in life right there, is to own an RV and travel around, do ghost hunting and do documentaries and hang out with different kinds of people, and that's my goal. What I do now, well, I go to school. I am a doctoral student. I am taking my PhD or my EDD, and you know, it's been fun, but a lot of it is more of a headache than anything else. And you find out that really, what are you going to do with it when you're done with it when you're my age? You know, I'm 54. What am I going to do with a PhD at 54? Nobody's going to hire me anyway. I mean, unless they're, you know, they're looking for some old lady. Oh, she'll be dead in 20 years. She'll never make her pension. Well, you know, whatever. But I don't want to live to be 100. I want to live to be 100 years old. You're 100 years old and you're like, hair's falling out. Your teeth are gone, you're like wrinkled up, you know, you can't stand it, you know, you're putting on the lotion constantly, just trying to get rid of some of the wrinkles, you know. And so I don't want to live to be 100, I really don't. And, but anyway, this is my vlog, and if I'm boring you to tears, well, I understand that. But it's my blog, and it's all about me, and I don't get to do that very often, to be all about me, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It was fun. Bye.